Hi, I'm Lady Charlotte from Lady Charlotte Arts, and today I'm going to do a small demonstration in the technique of Mishima. It's a Japanese technique, and what I've done is I've got this little plate that I have thrown, and then I put wax on it, and when the wax was dry I sketched in a design on the plate, and now I'm going to take the stylus and I'm going to go through and I'm going to scratch out all the clay and all the wax. Now I'm going to take and put a plastic taking it out of the bat system, and I put plastic underneath there because I want to catch all the wax. I don't want the wax just flying around my studio everywhere. So that's why I put plastic under there. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the roses because they're the most important part of the piece. If I get that wrong, you know, I don't need to do leaves if I don't have roses. A lot of times I just blow off the... Should have a little brush here, but I didn't get one. So since I didn't get one, I don't have one handy. Now, hopefully, my granddaughter will come back out here and she can make sure that I have a nice brush that I can brush stuff away with. Now these are roses that I'm doing here. Probably hard for you to tell what it is. I'll pick it up every so often and show you. Just about finished this one rose. And then what I will do is I will take it and I will go down and do all the leaves that are attached to it. So there's one leaf for it. These little plates are literally paper thin. They're made out of porcelain. I throw them on the wheel, and they are maybe 1/8 of an inch thickness. So as I'm doing this, as I'm carving this, I have to be aware of the fact that that's all that I've got to carve with, is 1/8 of an inch. If I go any deeper than that, I'm gonna pop right through the bottom of the plate. And since we don't want to do that, I'm trying to be very careful to not carve deep enough to pop through the bottom of the plate. As I told you earlier, this is I'm gonna step up and get me a brush though. Really needed that. I will be right back. with this nice big fan brush that I've never used. Okay, here we are. We're starting with the next set of leaves here. And it's kind of hidden in here because there are other leaves that are coming out on top of it. So since they're doing that, I guess we'll let them go. And he'll just be behind the things. And you can probably see some of the carving in there now. Kind of see what I'm doing, and now a little curly Q just came out from under the leaves over there. Okay, we're going to go over here now, and we're going to do the next rows. And the next rose is over here. I do so love doing roses. They are so beautiful. These two that I'm doing, they're kind of falling on top of each other. Kind of makes you wonder, okay, which move is that? Is that for that rose, or is it for this rose over here? But once the piece is finished, and we have the underglaze on it, you will see that it's a separate rose all to itself. And now we're going to do the leaves that belong with it. Come down their side of the... If you're doing something like this, it is always a good practice to wipe away what you're doing pretty much right after you do one portion. You need to wipe away. You do two portions. Sometimes you can get by with doing two, but a good rule of thumb is just to do it as soon as you get it. Almost got it finished. One more little leaf over here hiding. we have a curlicue. The curlicue begins and ends each of my designs. It's kind of a maker's mark all of its own. And see there, that's what we're going to be working with. My hand out of the way so that you can see. In the next video, I will be doing the underglaze and wiping it off and making sure that everything came out the way it should. But I've enjoyed having you with me. I hope you'll come again and watch some of my other videos. And for right now, I'll say good afternoon.